How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on my scionxb, and I am going to be installing speakers into the rear of the car. Now, if you're wondering why I'm doing the rear first, is the front is quite intense and I wanted to just kind of do the easy stuff first. But before we get into that, if you could do me a huge favor, go and hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Also follow our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Links in the description below. Let's get started. So these are the speakers I'm going to be installing in the car. These are the Sony FB 1330. These are 5 1/4. Just want to give a huge shout out to Richard and everybody at Sony for always supporting M2 and everything that we do. Usually I would run mobile ES in this car, but unfortunately in the rear quarter it only takes a 5 1/4. You can fit in a 6 1/2, but you do have to Dremel out some of the metal. I don't feel like doing that. This is my daily driver. I'm not going for a full competition end all everything audio system. This is just to make good significant improvements. Now I know I plug Sony a lot. They've been very good to me and I'm friends with everybody there, but they are a very good value brand. You get a lot for your money in terms of car audio and the sound quality that you get. Unfortunately, this is a discontinued or being discontinued series of speakers. The mobile ES is what you're gonna have to go to. And honestly, it sounds even better. Now, I know back in the early 2000s, there was the Explode series. That one sounded okay, but Sony has really evolved to be more of a sound quality type speaker or, you know, audio company, car audio company. And I really like listening to different types of music, whether it's hip hop, rock, classical, pretty much everything. No offense to anybody out there, but country and bluegrass, I listen to it all. I just love instruments and everything. And Sony Mobile ES series, dollar for dollar, is a great bang for your buck. Again, I know they support me, but I've been buying their stuff even before I started my relationship with Sony. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And first thing I gotta do is start taking apart the interior. Before I go any further, I'm gonna actually vacuum. As you can see here, it is pretty filthy. Yeah, I have a kid, so I'm gonna have a talk with her. Take some pictures of this and show her. And for whatever reason, she likes shoving pencils underneath the between the seats. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum this first and then get back to work. Next thing you gotta do is actually, I just remembered, you have to remove the bolt there to remove the bracket for the seat so you can get the whole panel to come out enough to be able to work, because that's holding it back. So I got to remove that also, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this done. All right, as I have this taken apart, pull the panel back, you can see here, it is 3 10mm bolts holding the speaker in. See if I get it there. Sorry, the GoPro extension stick is kind of hard to work with. There's one there, and one there. And you just have to unplug the speaker. So let me go ahead and get these out and I'll be right back.
A lot of boring math later.
All right, I have the rear speakers already out. This is one of the speakers mocked up, as I can show you here on the speaker ring, and it's screwed in. All I have to do left is put together the wire harness. So I really recommend buying these Scotch rear speaker adapters for the rear. It saves a lot of time. Most people, if they want to be ghetto, you can cut all this out, Dremel the speaker out and clean it all out and mount to that. That works too. You're saving yourself 10 bucks, but a lot of mess with the Dremel, and you're probably gonna burn through a few Dremel bits. So all in all, time plus whatever, it's worth it just to buy these rings. I've got these rings on Amazon for I think 10 bucks for the pair before tax, so 11, 12 bucks including shipping if you have Amazon Prime. And then also they sell these adapters, so you don't have to sit there and tap into the stock harness. All you have to do is plug these in the appropriate spots, and then this plugs right into the original harness and everything works again. I have this one already mocked up. I just have to put the other one together and put everything back together. Real simple and easy to do. So let me get to this and get this done.
Several bad puns later.
Have the speakers mounted in, as you can see here. See there, it's all mounted in. Everything's plugged back in. Next thing to do is turn on, make sure everything works correctly, and then if everything's good to go, start putting the car back together.
A few inches later.
Everything is working out. So yeah, now I just have to put the car back together. I'm gonna all finished here. Everything's put back to normal. All the screws, bolts, everything are back in. Again, always double check your work. Speakers are in place. Everything's plugged in, everything's working. All the bolts, everything, clips, everything's back in place for what it is for this car. Obviously not in mint condition, but it's a good hauler and daily. In terms of installation difficulty, I would say this is a 4 out of 10. Obviously you'll need 2 different sets of sockets, or 3, 10, 12, and what was on my on my impact here, a 14. Yeah, so 10, 12, 14. Probably need some, either a pry tool or a flathead to get some of the clips out. As you saw in the time lapse, I put the spare tire back down and the shield for it, but I forgot to do this, so I went back and reversed it. That's my own fault. But yeah, this whole install, if I wasn't doing any filming, take any normal person about an hour. So not bad. Again, 4 out of 10 on the install difficulty. No real cutting or customization you have to do. It's just all turning a wrench. So real easy. I hope that you learned a thing or two from this video. But yeah, what do you think? Leave a comment down below. What do you think is the hardest part of this, or what questions you may have? But that pretty much concludes today's episode. Thanks again so much for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button and consider subscribing. Until next time, you guys take care. See you on the next episode.